Now, why did I make that skin? I'll show you why. Let me strip naked. Find some mesh clothing to wear, because we need mesh clothing, right? Want to make an outfit for some mesh clothing? Okay, how about my Kill Bill boots? We'll start with a nice simple one, and then move to a much more complex one. My Kill Bill boots are in clothing, outfits, I think. Why don't you people shut up? I'm trying to work. The reason leg. The reason I like to wear this skin when I'm working is because you see it's full of lines. Every piece of the skin is full of lines. So, for example, when I put on these boots. So when I put on the boots, I can see where I need to cut off the skin on the leg. Excuse me. I have to cut off the skin on the leg. Let's see, halfway down this whatever color that is band below the yellow one. See how that works? If I wear this skin, I see exactly where on the template I need to cut off the skin. I need to hide the skin in order to make an outfit. So, okay, hold on a minute. Pausing the video, and we're back. You know, this boot template is going to be super simple. I don't need this UV skin beyond this point. All I really needed to know is on the skin, I need to cut off about halfway down this colored line below the yellow line on the legs. I know, it sounds like gibberish right now, but stay with me. I can go back to my regular skin now. All I needed to know was where to cut off the alpha. So I'm going to put on my regular skin again. This one's going to be very simple. Skin. Oh, any one of these will do. I'll use the Bella skin. It doesn't matter. Just put a human skin on again. Oh, I really have some legs anyway. Lady, why don't you shut up? I'm trying to work. Blabber. Okay, anyhow, let's make an alpha for those boots. Excuse me. In GIMP or Photoshop. In fact, I wouldn't doubt Photoshop would do a better job. You open up, you find the lower skin. Now this is a JPEG. We need to have a PNG file because JPEGs do not hold alpha layers. So I'm going to add transparency. I'm going to add an alpha channel. I'm going to export this as let's see. We'll call it. We'll call it Kill Bill Boots alpha.png. Lady, shut up. Alright. Let's load that alpha texture I just created. Okay, time to make the alpha. So what I will do in world, I'll make a new clothing, a new alpha mask. I'll put it on. Edit it. Oh, pixel nudity, look out. And for the lower part, I'll show you a trick now. The texture for the lower part, I'm going to temporarily choose a local texture, not a texture in my inventory, because I don't have one in my inventory yet. I'm going to choose a local texture, because if I choose a local texture on my hard drive, that means the viewer is going to get that texture off the hard drive. Anytime I change the texture, it will update in the viewer, and I can see what I'm doing almost in real time. Hope that makes sense. I'll go over it again very quickly. If I use a local texture, it uses the live one off the hard drive, not a pre-saved one off the server. And this is just temporarily while I'm working. So I will add this local texture here. It's just while I'm working. Local textures are a fantastic tool while you're working, I think. Alright, let's get that once again. Okay, over it again. This is the texture I'm going to be turning into an alpha. The trick with skin and clothing and alpha textures is the only thing that matters is within these specific shapes. So for a lower skin, all that matters is within these particular shapes right here. This part outside is not visible in world. When it comes to alphas, there's one extra little qualification here. All that matters with alpha, in addition to what's in the borders, is whether or not there's texture, whether there's not texture. See, if I did this with an alpha skin, with an alpha texture, it wouldn't make a bit of difference because that's not alpha. Anything that's not alpha will show the skin. Anything that is alpha will hide the skin. So right now she has a big hole in her butt. I'll show you. I'll overwrite it on the hard drive. Now we'll look at the alpha world. Give it a couple seconds to catch up. Oh, that was her leg. See, there's a big hole in her leg. Let me get the eraser. So, her butt's up here. Okay. Now she has a big hole in her butt cheek. Watch this. Overwrite the texture locally. Give it a couple seconds. See, she's got a big hole in her butt now. But that's not what we want to do. We want to make a boot alpha. Excuse me. There, now she has a hole in her butt. Well, basically, that's how you make an alpha. You cut away every part of the skin that you don't want to be visible. And again, this is important. Anything that's not alpha is completely irrelevant. That will show the skin. This, what I'm doing here, means absolutely nothing to the alpha. All it cares about is no skin or something. Alright, let me undo this and do it properly. So if I remember correctly, we need to cut this off halfway down, no, 2 lines down, the colored band below the yellow one on the legs, right? So let me grab the eraser tool and cut it off right about here, right? Right about here. And get rid of this skin. Lady, shut up! She's gonna come over and punch me in the face. Cut away this part of the leg. Let me use a bigger brush. Oh, not that big. Let's cut away the bottom part of the leg here. This could be very crude, but it's just a demo, right? Okay, we'll get rid of all the legs below there. I know we have to get rid of the foot, so let's get rid of the foot. Override it locally. Take a look at it in world. Come on, viewer, catch up. Okay, looks like we got it right the first time, right? I don't see your feet sticking out. Good. Now let me do just a little fine tuning. Let me find those boots again. Let me do a little bit of fine tuning here. Outfit. Tribute to Kill Bill. Okay, let's see. Take off the boots. Put on the boots. I could go a little higher on the leg, couldn't I? I'm looking at her left leg there. I'm looking right here. Could probably go a little bit higher on the leg. Alright. I don't have to, but... Oh, let's be accurate, right? Smaller. Let's go a little bit higher on the legs. Right. And the catch up in world. You can tell it's catching up because the skin blurs for a second. Okay, let me look at the front of the left leg. Pretty close. The right leg is good. Yeah, it's not bad. The back of the legs. Do the back of the legs need fine tuning? Yeah. That the back of the legs could go slightly lower on the alpha. Okay, slightly lower on the alpha. Slightly lower on the alpha. So the back legs need a little bit more actual texture. Ah, you dropped it. You dropped it. Stupid bastard. Yeah, he's all right. Okay, back. That's pretty good. All right, we'll call that the real. We'll call that finished. Okay, so I just saved it. All right, that's good. So in world now. Excuse me. World now, let's see what I do in world. Right. We upload the real texture. No more local. Now we're going to upload it for real. Upload into world. Don't look at my snoo. Edit the alpha. And we will use an actual textured inventory now. Textures up here, come down. Kill alpha. Way too many textures here. There it is. We'll use the actual texture in inventory now. There. And that's how you make, that's basically how you make an alpha.